What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for MLB Thursday, September 1st. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's MLB slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have a 3-game slate tonight, so let's take a look at the pitcher position. So out of all the pitchers on the slate, I like Merrill Kelly, and he's pitching against a low salary batting team, the Milwaukee Brewers. Merrill Kelly giving up a .720 OPS versus righties, facing 5 righties. But I like this pick because the Brewers have only hit 10 of his last 42 pitches. That's a .238 batting average. So Merrill Kelly is $9,400 FanDuel salary. He's $1,300 less on DraftKings, averaging 33 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored 37, 31, and 46 fantasy points in the last 3 games. He has an ERA of 2.97. Record is 11-5, pitching an average of 93 pitches per game. So I like Merrill Kelly here versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Okay, let's take a look at the catcher first base position. I like Matt Olson. He's got a 9% batting advantage over the low salary pitcher, Chad Kuhl. Matt Olson giving up a .855 OPS versus righties. Chad Kuhl giving up a .877 OPS versus lefties. And Chad Kuhl does pitch his worst ball versus lefty batters. Now, Matt Olson is 0 for 2 here versus Kuhl. He's $3,900 FanDuel salary, $1,400 more on DraftKings, averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season, and he has a batting average of .250. So I like Matt Olson here versus Chad Kuhl. Okay, let's take a look at the second base position. I gotta throw some value plays in here because we want to pay up for pitcher, and most of the batters in good spots are expensive because it's a small slate. So I like Mark Mathias. He's got a 56% batting advantage over Rich Hill. Mark Mathias, he's batting 30% better versus lefty pitchers, batting a 1.053 OPS versus lefties. And Rich Hill pitches his worst ball versus righty batters, 26% worse than his pitch to lefties, and he's giving up a .788 OPS versus righties. Now there's no at-bats versus Hill yet, but I like this pick because Mark Mathis is only $2,700 FanDuel salary, and he's $700 less on DraftKings. He's averaging 10 fantasy points per game on the season, and he scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games. He has a batting average of .325, so I like Mark Mathias here versus Rich Hill. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And then we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the third base position. So I like Rafael Devers, but he is priced up. So if you want to save some salary here, take a look at Ezekiel Duran. He's got a 31% batting advantage over Rich Hill. Ezekiel Duran batting a little bit better here versus lefty pitchers, batting a .700 OPS versus lefties. Rich Hill, he's pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, 26% worse than his pitch to lefties, giving up a .788 OPS versus righties. There's no at-bats versus Hill yet, Ezekiel Duran is $2,900 FanDuel salary, $900 less on DraftKings, averaging 8 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games. He has a batting average of .243, so I like Ezekiel Duran as a value play here versus Rich Hill. Okay, let's take a look at the shortstop position. Another position that I'm going to tend to pay up here. I like Willie Adames. He's got a 17% batting advantage over Merrill Kelly. Willie Adames batting 8% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .801 OPS versus righties. Merrill Kelly pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, 9% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .720 OPS versus righties. Now Willie Adames is 2 for 6 with a 1.66 OPS versus Kelly. One of those 2 hits was for a home run. He's $3,600 FanDuel salary, $1,500 more on DraftKings, averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games. He has a batting average of .230, so I like Willie Adames here versus Merrill Kelly.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, moving on to the outfield position. Let's see what kind of value I have for you here, because we've been paying up at a lot of these positions. So the 2 value plays that I have at the outfield, one of them is Alex Verdugo. He's got a 26% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Glenn Otto. Alex Verdugo, he's batting 21% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .816 OPS versus righties, whereas Glenn Otto is pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, giving up a .800 OPS versus lefties. Now there's no at-bats versus Otto yet. Alex Verdugo is $3,100 FanDuel salary, $600 more on DraftKings, averaging 9 fantasy points per game on the season, and he scored fantasy points in all 5 of his last games. He has a batting average of .283, so I like Alex Verdugo here versus Glenn Otto. Now, another value play, more of a FanDuel value play, but I like Charlie Blackmon. He's got just a 4% batting advantage here over Spencer Strider. Charlie Blackmon batting a .742 OPS versus Strider. Now, these splits aren't fantastic here. Spencer Strider is a good pitcher, and although he does pitch his worst ball versus lefty batters, he's only giving up a .572 OPS versus lefties. And on top of that, Charlie Blackmon is 0 for 3 here versus Strider, but he is only $2,900 FanDuel salary, and on a slate that you're going to be reaching for value, I do think he makes a good FanDuel play. Now he's $1,500 more on DraftKings, averaging 10 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games. He has a batting average of .270, so I like Charlie Blackmon here versus Spencer Strider.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool.
Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this MLB slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.